Well, afternoon, tubers. It's day 2 working on the Redneck hot tub project. Ed's garage, Ed from Ed's Garage, guessed that it was a Redneck hot tub. It's just something that I thought I'd do with the tub and the go-kart since I don't use it for anything. Might be kind of fun. I've got the motor housing welded back together at the right size to fit on the ends. I got the stator off from the shaft. I cut it with a cutting wheel in my grinder. And this is actually metric. It measures 0.670 inches. 5/8. This pulley was 5/8, which is 625. And I had a cutter that was about 10 thousandths under. And then I ran that down the center of the pulley, and then just used the file, this big rat tail file, to get a nice straight edge. It actually runs pretty true. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. So we're making progress. We're moving along. The next thing I'm going to do is cut a slot out of the center of here to run the belt out of, and then one of the bolts are all mangulated. I don't know why, if it got dropped or something, but try to straighten up the bolts. I think one of the bolts was broken. I'll see if I can tack that back together, and I'll check back with you guys in just a few minutes. Well, there we go. It's all put back together as an electric motor. Not. Look at that. That's pretty slick, actually. I don't know if I can do this and show you. There. Got my belt on. I have 2 belts, actually. This one was a little bit longer. I think it'll work better. I have to design my brackets yet, but we'll do that tomorrow. I actually found a couple bolts from an old motor that were the same thread and just a tiny little bit shorter, but they were long enough to thread into here. There's actually brass inserts in this. There's no nuts or anything on here, so the bolt goes all the way through the motor and right straight through this end bell and threads into the pump. One of them was broke off in the pump. I got that out, and with the other 2 bolts, she's all fastened back together. Missing something on this end, but that's okay. We don't need that. The seal looked good in the pump. I don't know if it drips a little bit or anything. That doesn't really bother me. This gasket was actually pretty decent. It's a rubber gasket. So anyway, that part of it's done. But maybe tomorrow, if it's not raining, we will figure out how we're going to mount it to the Toyota. But until then, thanks for watching, and tune in next time for part 3.